Hey everyone, Eric from Alpha Advisors here with another video. It's really more about a re-upload from what I did in the live session of what is an MBA degree. Had a little mishap with the moving the PowerPoint slide. So just figured I'd shoot another one and re-upload it and for you guys. So like and subscribe as usual, putting out some content and everything, MBA application and MBA post-MBA careers. So we are MBA admissions consulting from Japan, ready to help you win your admissions to your dream school or to your dream company. So of course, just a little quick shout out, as I do always, we're trying to expand our company globally. So we are looking for advisors, new advisors to work with. So if you gone to an MBA program, any part of the world, come chat with us. Your experience and journey would help another person that's trying to walk the walk that you've taken already. So if you're interested in something like this, go ahead and check out a different video that talks about how it's like, or what we have. Yeah, in terms of more specifics for this Alpha Advisors wanted video. All right, so let's get right into it. What is an MBA? So MBA stands for Master of Business Administration. The MBA is the world's most popular graduate management degree. So by nature, it's a more generalist degree. Of course, you can have majors and concentrations for your MBA program, but fundamentally the MBA is a generous degree, a generous degree that's more focused towards management in terms of that knowledge, and you have a holistic view of the business across areas like marketing, finance, and accounting. And you can choose, like I said earlier, a major or concentration. Okay. Now, while historically MBA students pursued careers in finance or consulting, the average MBA class today is filled with students from a wide variety of professional backgrounds. However, having said that, still, the finance and consulting aspiring students do take up, I'd say, 40 to 50% of the students, right? Those that will go in, that's the kind of career that people will go into after their MBA. And so that's still a major. Those two are still the major. But, people like me who's come from a supply chain operations background to marketing, right? People are going into healthcare, retail, the tech companies, they are wanting to have MBA talent to work for them. So, whatever your background, if you want to learn management skill and advance your career, the MBA is for you in that case. So whether you want to start your own business, progress within your current company, switching work function, perhaps an industry or location, or all three at the same time. If you want to do all that at the same time, that's MBA is something that will allow you to do that. For those, if you know anything about the MBA, you'll find out that there are rankings, okay, designated for these business schools, and U.S. News is probably the most popular one for domestic, if you're from the U.S. For domestic publications. If you're an international student, there is a tendency that The Economist or the Financial Times is a popular one that people take a look at. Not quite sure exactly why. I have heard in cases where, for example, in Japan, right, a company would sponsor you to go do your MBA, but they would have a requirement for you to do an MBA from a top 50 or top 30 MBA programs in the world. And so The Economist or the Financial Times, they have more of a composite MBA ranking and a global MBA ranking. And so that's probably why, in my guesstimation, that international companies tend to ask their workers to look at the Financial Times or the Economist. But if you're in the U.S. news is probably the more dominant one for you to take a look at. And honestly, the quite sound ranking system, right? The Bloomberg Business Week. It's obviously a known one as well, but it's tend to be I guess thrown into the question. Same with the Economist as well, just in terms of the methodologies of how they perform their rankings. It's all different. And so anyway, sorry, that is here or there, deviating from the subject. So again, their rankings associated with the MBA program. So among the top 10 ranked business schools, the average salary and bonus, they were the highest, right? And the overall average compensation was $175,000 plus. And at the 10 ranked business schools where the average salary and bonuses were the lowest, the overall average compensation was $55,000. That's probably most likely they've gone back to work for a government or a nonprofit. But again, typically the average is, as I said earlier, the base salary is like $150,000 plus, and there's a sign-on bonus around like $30,000 or so. The U.S. News data shows the pay among MBA grads differ by sector. So those who work in the consulting sector are paid an average base salary of $147,000, while those who work for consulting government typically make approximately $87,000. It's a lot less. So let's go ahead and move on. What do you learn in an MBA? The MBA curriculum covers the core. This is similar to every business school that are out there. It covers core business topics, including finance, accounting, marketing, operations, and human resources. Again, I guess there's more to that, right? There's leadership, there's economics, there's data analytics, there's business strategy, business ethics. If I were to go a little more extensive. So those are some of the core courses that every MBA program would offer. So what's required to go get an MBA? MBA applications typically include standardized test scores, resumes, academic transcripts from your undergraduate days, essays, and sometimes video essays, and letters of recommendations. Many business schools will accept either the GMAT or the GRE test scores, perhaps executive assessment if you're interested in the executive MBA programs. However, there are some test optional MBA programs out there, especially it's really due to this exception has been created thanks to I shouldn't say that, but more so the result of the global pandemic, where programs are offering waivers for students to apply for, right? If they have a certain number of years of work experience, or if they have a solid college GPA, those students could be eligible to waive the GMAT or the GRE. And it's said that, I think many people would have concerns that, hey, if I don't take the GMAT or GRE, would I have a lower chance of getting into the business school? Would I have a lower chance of getting a scholarship? That's not necessarily the case, right? I can talk a little bit more about that in a dedicated video, but I'll tell you right now, that is not the case. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's get back on track with the requirements. So business schools occasionally invite applicants to interviews and sometimes require applicants to submit video essays, as I mentioned earlier. And most programs prefer MBA applicants who have significant work experience, like 3 to 5 years at least. And some programs do accept college students or recent college graduates, but again, those are not typical at all, especially for top ranking schools. Maybe in the lower rankings, like top 40 or 50 and so on, but MBA admissions officers generally like to see evidence of career progression in MBA. So everything from entry position to perhaps a manager level, right? And let's see, it's also helpful if applicants have success stories about how they were able to contribute to their current company, past employers, college campus, or local community. This is really more towards getting into essays and resumes, but right, talking about the impact they've had, talking about all the verbs, the quantitative results, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So how to prepare for an MBA? It's important for, oh, excuse me, there we go. How to prepare for an MBA. It's important for aspiring students to figure out their general career goal or goals before pursuing an MBA program, so they can capitalize on their program's on-campus recruitment opportunities. So there are several reasons why this is probably the most important thing that I'll talk in the video, is to have your career goals set. It depends. It literally affects everything. Okay, not forget your post MBA career, but even for the admission stage, admissions committee, we don't know, right? This person has thought things through or not, depending on the kind of long-term goal and short-term goals that you're able to muster up. I've seen people who has like an 730, 780 on a GMAT, excellent career, right? Working for Fortune 500 companies. And this person cannot get into these top schools like Harvard and Stanford. And it's like, what, 780 on GMAT? And you can't get into those top schools and not like top 7 schools. That's kind of crazy. There's a reason why is that this person didn't really have much of a career vision, right? Career goal. Consider the MBA as a machine, right? That's made with all these separate parts, right? Essays, resume, career goals, et cetera, et cetera. If one piece of in a machine, typically one screw, one piece of a part is missing, it's not going to work. Okay. No matter how much of a good other parts that you may have on elsewhere. So you have to have this career goal or your long-term goal in order for you to justify your reason for applying to that program and obtaining an MBA. Okay, so when combining an MBA with another graduate degree makes sense. So before pursuing an MBA, another degree, you can do things like dual degree or joint degree programs. Prospective students should think seriously about whether they need 2 graduate degrees or not. Earning 2 degrees at once is seriously, psychologically, emotionally, physically, and financially taxing. So it's not right for everybody, right? So for example, if you're someone who is trying to get promoted, right, and within your own consulting firm, and you want to be a senior strategy consultant or a partner or something like that, you probably don't need a dual degree of master's of public healthcare or master's of business analytics, perhaps, right? Someone who maybe is trying to change a career, who also wants to do something more data science related, but then again, also bite on that business aspect, may make sense to have those 2 degrees. So it just really depends on what you want to do for your overall career. Okay. And so that's something to really think about. Now, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Types of programs. What kind of programs are out there? Typically, there are 4 programs, types of programs. The first one is the full-time program. The full-time MBA, oops, there we go. The full-time MBA is the original, immersive, and on-campus experience designed for early and mid-career students who may be looking to complete change in their career path. Okay, the 2-year full-time MBA program is the most popular in the United States. There are some 1-year MBA programs, of course, offered by very famous schools like Stanford, USC, and others. But yes, this is the traditional MBA program. The 2-year one is probably the majority of the programs that are offered in the US. The part-time MBA. The part-time MBA allows you to combine work and study, meaning you don't miss out on your salary and the opportunity costs of pursuing a full-time MBA program, because if you're going for the full-time MBA program, you need to quit your job. Part-time MBA classes typically take place in the evenings and the weekends, or flexible modular formats. And so combining that with the online learning with an in-person session at times. And because of that, people are able to keep their jobs and go to class after work or on a weekend class. The next type of program is the executive MBA program. It's similar to like a part-time MBA program targeted at experienced executive level professionals with over 10 years of work experience. EMBA is short for executive MBA. Programs bring senior leaders together to upskill, network, and share their knowledge, with participants bringing their professional projects into the classroom. And so this is a unique environment where your classmates are all established career business professionals. Perhaps some of them are CEOs. Some of them are director levels, VPs, and so it's quite a different environment when you bring those individuals together and have a discussion, right? And also they're also able to apply what the learnings at that they may do at school regularly at work the next day. So that's kind of the other benefit or the merit or the appeal point of an executive MBA. The final type of a program is the online MBA. This is becoming more popular and the online MBA is super flexible, right? Like the part-time MBA experience, it allows you to continue working while studying from the comfort of your home. The online MBA programs typically require some residential component, depends on the program, but increasing number of online MBA programs are starting to do more of that. Many online MBAs also allow you to pay per module or credits. So it's, again, the payment is also flexible as well. And this is you're not tied to a timeline, right? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. It's just doing it in your own pace. Now, just to kind of wrap up the types of programs, why am I talking about types of programs? Well, yes, you can get an MBA for each programs, but the product is completely different. It is a completely different experience that schools offer. And so you have to really understand, and it's really, again, goes back to how to prepare for an MBA. You need to know exactly what you want to do, right? What's your long-term goal? And to accomplish your long-term goal, what's your short-term goal, right? Therefore, to accomplish a short-term goal, you need to do a full-time MBA. You need to do a part-time MBA, right? Et cetera, et cetera. So it really kind of goes along with that path line of your career and how MBA would play a role in accomplishing your goals. So these are different products, and we can help our clients all the time in understanding what is best for them to accomplish their goals, and go through that workshop session and identify what programs, what school, and everything. So this is the overall, what is an MBA program? And I'll be talking more about this is a new What Is series. And so I'll be talking more about online MBA, part-time MBA, executive MBAs, and more dedicated video soon. Now, finally, we offer free counseling to those that are interested. So come to our website, chat with us. I just chatted someone from Sri Lanka the other day, and just talking about his career and his goals and aspirations. And we have people coming to us all the time. And so just come chat with us. You can do it for free via Skype session, and be happy to help you out. Be happy to understand what you're trying to do, and perhaps we can help you. We can be a partner and helping you win your admission to your business school or to your land your dream job at your target company. All right, this was Eric from Alpha Advisors, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.